I would want to start by thanking our earlier speakers for the brevity, and let me recognize Professor Chairman for the occasion, our keynote speaker, Your Excellency, former President or former Prime Minister, who has openly declared that he is a politician and continues to be a politician. Ministers of Finance and Economy here present, honorable ministers of state and members of parliament, governors of central bank, fellow CEOs, chief finance officers and finance leaders across our great continent, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a profound honor and privilege to address this distinguished assembly of Africa's foremost financial leaders gathered here for the 2025 Conference of African Chief Finance Officers. I extend warm appreciation to the organizers, KPMG, the International CACFO Alliance, and the University of Ghana Business School, my school, for convening this platform under the esteemed patronage of our Excellency, who is not here, but who I believe is listening to everything, His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we gather at a time when the global order is in a state of flux. Rising geopolitical tensions, inflationary pressures, climate disruptions, and the reconfiguration of supply chains have shaped how businesses assess profitability, manage risk, and pursue scalability. For Africa, these dynamics present both formidable challenges and rare opportunities. Our collective task as finance leaders is not just to preserve balance sheets, but to reimagine finance as a tool for transformation, industrialization, and sustainable growth across our continent. Despite the headwinds, Africa remains one of the fastest growing regions in the world. Our demographic dividend, expanding digital infrastructure, and deepening regional integration through the African Continental Free Trade Area create a foundation for a new financial awakening. Yet, this transformation demands a reorientation of financial leadership, one that transcends traditional cost control and focuses on value creation, sustainability, and innovation-driven growth. As chief finance officers, we are the stewards of financial resilience, but more importantly, the architects of transformation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at the GEXIM Bank, our mission has been very clear: to position Ghana as a key player in intra-African trade and global export markets. We finance value addition, export diversification, and industrial expansion, ensuring that our entrepreneurs, micro, small, medium-sized enterprises, and large corporations can compete beyond our borders. In the last few years, Ghana GEXIM Bank has supported the establishment of industrial parks, stimulating local manufacturing and job creation, strategic financing for agribusiness and industrial value chains, especially in the butters, cocoa share, and also pharmaceuticals, garments, and apparel. These are not isolated projects. They are part of a continental vision, a vision to build competitive, resilient African economies powered by indigenous enterprises and smart finance. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the theme for this conference, Profit, Risks, and Scalability, captures the essence of what it means to lead finance in Africa today. It is indeed a resetting agenda. Profit must no longer be viewed purely through short-term returns, but as a reward for sustainable value creation. Risk must be reframed from something to avoid to something to understand, price, and manage strategically through innovation, partnership, and digital tools. Scalability must become the lens through which we view initiative. How do we grow impact across borders, sectors, and generations? At the Ghana EXIM Bank, we believe scalability begins with collaboration. Collaboration between public and private finance, between development banks and commercial banks, and across African nations. To realize the Africa we envision, we must commit to strengthening intra-African financial systems, interoperability, payment systems, unified credit markets, and cross-border investments frameworks. Here, the AfCFTA Bank payment system comes in handy. Deepening partnerships between development financial institutions and private capital in order to fund industrialization and green transition has become very relevant. Investing in our people, the next generation of chief finance officers, particularly our young and female finance leaders who bring innovation and diversity to decision-making. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, leveraging on technology, from fintech to artificial intelligence, is important to enhance transparency, efficiency, and financial inclusion. The time has come for Africa's financial leaders to move from managing volatility to designing resilience, from reacting to global trends to shaping global trends. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the African CFO of today must be more than a custodian of numbers. They must be a visionary, a strategist, and a change leader. Let us leave this conference not only inspired, but determined to build a financial architecture that serves Africa's aspirations and to ensure that profit aligns with purpose, risk fuels innovation, and scalability drives prosperity. Together, we can make finance the engine of Africa's transformation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.